Hello and welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. And if you count the last stream, you can see down below that we have made a lot of progress on the Rover. Now we're going to do some more today. And I think this will be the last episode until we are done with this station and are at least on the road. So let's go take a tour of what we've done so far for the Rover and then get on to pulling all of the resources out of this station, as we're going to have to connect this thing up and do some stuff that way. Let's pop back into our character here, and I've made some little scaffolding to get down. We can get on down to the Rover here. We have a single large cargo container. I may need more. There were people saying that I should probably have, like, say, 2 of them. Sort of like what I'm doing with my my gas tanks here, where I'm having them sort of lean off to the side. I could run 2 cargo containers, one off the side here and one off the side there. I think 1 is enough for now. I mean, if I fill a large cargo container, I think I'll be fine. Like, I still have the medium cargo container that's on the Bison that was handling me for a few episodes. And if I fill this thing with 421,000 liters, how heavy is that anyway? Can this Rover really take much more of that weight? And besides, if I fill it with that much stuff, like, do I really need it? Like, I don't think I'll need any more cargo than that. But we always can use more gas tanks, hence the 4 tanks. If I get those completely full of hydrogen, then I will actually have a decent amount of fuel to be able to drive around. Into the floor here, we've sunk 6 batteries, and we have set them to recharge. I did that prior to this. So you can see the base battery has 0 stored power in all of the base's batteries. So we have all of the power from that base is now on the Rover here. We got about 13 hours before we are completely out. So plenty of power, at least while we're sitting here. The Bison fits nicely with our ramp, which we'll have to build the Rover out to match the ramp. Of course, we can change this, make it a bit more vertical, or make a different angle, but that will be for the future. We can see the the trailer there. It's fallen over because of a windstorm. A lot of welding to do. But if we come up, which will be our roof access, which I think is turning out quite nicely, we can see that I have built a grinder pit on the roof, so that if we get any unknown signals, we can just send out Larry. He can go grab them, dump them in here, then go to his parking spot, and then I can just zip the unknown signal with the grinders. I don't have to do it manually anymore. So that's going to make life real easy. And then, of course, it's just right on top of the cargo container with conveyors and everything all connected up. Nice. And then not much else here in the front of it, just a simple control station so that I can drive the thing. And we've just got it parked up here so that it stole the power to the base. And now it is actually powering the base as I pull its components off. What I think is going to be the next thing is I'm going to run some cargo anyway on this Rover, essentially along this line here. So going forward from there to the front, because I'm probably going to have some turrets up here anyway. So I think I can knock out that armor block that's right there pretty easily. I just got to get up to it somehow. The joys of not having a jetpack. And then I can run cargo forward, put a temporary connector on it, just like I have here, and then bring cargo down from the station, plug it in, so that way I can slurp out all of the components that are on the base and get them into this single cargo container. And then if the base is empty of components, the base is done, and I can literally slice it off. Like, just cut it off at the legs, have the entire thing topple over, and then off camera, I will grind a lot of it down into the point where if it's just a pile of scrap metal and I have a bunch of iron, there's no point in grinding it all down. I should just get on my way. But I think that'll be our goal today. So let's get this thing plugged and let's pull all the stuff out with a sorter. So to do that, we should go pop some holes first. As not sure where the connection points will be. I kind of want it to be in line with the center, which would be this spot. So let's just take off a little bit here. I can also see that I've got some brand new tools, upgraded them, and there was a lot done in the live stream, so you should probably go check that out. Yield module, alright. Cut through you. This is the back of the refinery, eh? Okay. Wonder where I can get some cargo connection. Below here?
Inventory full.
Inventory full now, aren't you? That's gonna get annoying. Ah, well, I'll just cut through this stuff. It's just some metal. I can pick it up later. Ah, right here. Okay. I can divert from... yeah, this guy. I just slice this off, put a junction here instead, and then come straight out here. Bring that over to a point, and then up, and then put a connector right on the edge here, and then build the connectors up, and it should be great. May need to do that with a piston as well, but we shall see. Okay, let me just break my shins a little bit. Oh, I didn't. Hey, thank you, chair. You're nice and soft. Deposit our stuff. And yeah, we should be good. Let's go. Do I have any steel plate in here? Ah, I do have some steel plate in here. Excellent. Because I need to get my ass a little higher. This will all just be temporary to get that block out of the way. And now I can go straight forward from there with tubes. Just gotta go get the materials for that. Which, should be able to actually access them from this area if I get access to a cargo face. There is none here. These are all just conveyors. This is that air vent. This battery is dead, but I'll grind that down later. These refineries should have a cargo face on them at their top, shouldn't they? Yeah, there it is. So I can deposit all my shit in there. Then I can fall to my death. God damn it. I gotta walk all the way around and go back up this ramp here to get up. That's just my luck. Trying to push it. Ended up breaking my shins. Okay. Not enough interior plate. Do we have no interior plate? It is on the Rover. We have 92 on the Rover. Okay. How about just iron stuff? The assemblers here have some. The refineries have some. So could I build myself the assemblers here? Just like a decent amount of interior plate, eh? Nice. I love having these resources. It makes life so easy. Excellent. And we should be able to. Nope, can't leave that. Get on back over there and start expanding it out. Man, I'm gonna so looking forward to actually getting on the road with this. Like, it is gonna be amazing driving this along with all of its features, its huge amount of resources that it'll be able to carry. I'm thinking I'll probably put in more junctions in the future, but we'll go to, say, in line with here, and then we'll put in a junction. Say there? Sure. And we'll junction it there. Because I'll probably, if I grab some more steel plate from here, don't need much, just need enough to be able to put down something so that it is connected. And if I had welded, if I grind any of these pieces in the middle, that will connect to there and will stay up instead of falling down. And also, that means that I should be able to plop onto here and walk my way back to easy access to all of these tubes, which then makes my life really easy to weld. Man, so much of this process is just me figuring out ways that I can easily maneuver myself throughout this station with, you know, not breaking my shins and actually getting access to my materials, which I should be able to do right here. I should be able to pull from this cargo. Give me tube stuff, please. Yes, fill me up with tube stuff. There we go. And pop. More shin breaking, but that is alright. So that's come out to here. More tubes. More and more tubes, damn it. Ah! Okay. Thankfully, I had an extra block there to be able to catch me. Ah, unknown signal. Ah, we can show you the grinding pit in action. Hey, Larry. I don't want your atmospheric thruster. I want your battery, damn it. I want to turn your battery back on. And then we'll go into the remote access, take control of Larry, and disco, and let's go. Ah, I can still see his parachute coming down. Excellent. Man, these unknown signals will always be a very good source of goodies, as they have their food in them and just a small amount of iron at all times. And we almost got it to the point where we got to the unknown signal before it touched down. That is going to be one of my goals, is to notice an unknown signal and respond to it so quickly that it has not touched the ground by the time we get to it. And maybe even that we can grab it out of the air before it even hits the ground. That would be amazing. But now, since I grabbed it in a weird location, I can't see where the hell I'm flying because it is right in front of me. So I gotta fly off to the side a little bit like this, which is super annoying. But I had the idea that I'd call this thing the Mammoth, what I'm building. So if you guys like that name, then we can go with the Mammoth name. If not, then you guys can upvote something in the comments or something along those lines. And then I can use that name instead. So what we would do is we'd come back here with all of our ill-gotten gains. Deposit into there. And then we'll just go park this bad boy back up. Just plug them into the side of the cargo container here, because why not? Come on. Lock, damn you. Ah, there you go. And then turn off your battery. Good, Rover. Or Scout. Stay. Is this a windstorm coming in? God damn it. I hate the windstorms. Just stay away. All I want to do is just build stuff. And you keep storming on me. However, as long as I don't get a lightning strike on my stuff, I'll be happy. Okay, and I think on top of this, we'll do a connector. Pointing upwards, probably. Then we'll have the conveyors come off of there and connect up to it. So turn and turn. And then we need to get rid of this scrap, which is really annoying. Just I'll check these batteries for a moment. Not batteries, the motors. Pick those up. And start welding, and now I can pick the motors back up to put them in. Excellent. So 1, 2, 3. Then 4. Oh man, the amount of parkour that I've had to do in this series is just stupid. Oh, I'm gonna have to go a block higher, aren't I? Because if I can't put a connector on the front of that. Did I weld this connector very much? I put a little bit of stuff into it, but I'd probably be better if I put a one up and then a corner and then a connector, and then I can put the connector on that end of that. I may need to put a piston on one of these. Maybe, in order to be able to move it in a little bit, unless the grids allow me to place everything beside each other, which would be useful, but I'm not expecting. I need power. Do that and then with that. Okay, good. Let's get some power here. For some reason, my back wheel is spinning, which I have no idea why, as we should be all parked up and happy. But you should go up and then curve, and then if we're lucky, nice. No, that was not a clean hop. I need a nice clean hop onto this. Good. Then we should be able to go connector. Yeah, it's unable to place. So we're gonna have to do a piston on one of these in order for there to be a little bit of extra room so that things can connect. Because otherwise it won't happen. We do have the 1x1 piston, which is nice and cheap, which is excellent, and we can drop this one back a little bit. Drop it back to here. We can slap the 1x1 piston down, plugging it into there. Then we can put the connector on that piston. And we'll have to cut away a little bit of the surrounding armor here to make it not so jank. Okay. Now, all we have to do is just increase that speed a little bit, and we'll just pull back this maximum distance, as we probably only need it to be about 2.5. Go about 1 block out. Just slowly until this will lock up. Come on. Oh, there we go. 2.5. It was perfect. And then we can... We want to switch the lock. Nope, that's on this thing. And now the bases have access to each other's storage. As long as, you know, this is together. So that means I should be able to go over here and, if I want to, bring up cargo on this side and also cargo on this side. This is the large container for the Rover, I should be able to basically move absolutely everything. These small cargo containers, some of them are disconnected. They're on their own little thing. So, for example, this one is. I'll have to find that one. But the loot container is fully transferred to here. We're only using 135 out of our 421. So, we have plenty of space. Absolutely plenty of space. Let's just transfer everything. That'll stay in the Gatling turret. That is fine. That can stay in the farm. We can get this out of the assemblers and refineries that we're not using right now. That'll be all the food. Oxygen generators. Oh, they could get turned on to refill my tanks from these. So my hydrogen tanks should be filling up, and my engine is on and producing power. But those O2H2 generators, those oxygen generators, are sucking a lot of power, 500 each. Even though they can put out 500 liters, they're only putting out 25 liters right now, but they're using their full power. I really don't like that. I really wish that that would be set so that it was giving equivalency. If you're making 500 liters, it's 500 kilowatts. If you're making 25 liters like I am now, it's 25 kilowatts. So it is objectively bad to run those right now because they're using up so much power for zero benefit, when I could just run my single H2O2 generator, which this guy, if I give him that ice, which would be nice. Boom. He can be running. He only uses 100 kilowatts, and he's outputting the full 100. They've used up a little bit in the tanks right now, so he's ever so slowly refilling the tanks. But that's perfect. So I can just have that H2O2 generator, turning it on every so often, and then he can run for a long time. So this is better, better amount for me right now. But that's great. We got this these oxygen generators and the H2O2 generator, so we can just transfer their ice over. We got 13,000 ice that this O2H2 generator can just feed off of for a while. And now that the engine on the Bison is running, that's actually enough to take care of a lot of the power issues that I have. Fully depleted in a day. We got 31 input. We got 110 going out. What is going out? Are the assemblers running? Nope. Refineries are... These two guys are off right now. They're not producing anything. So I'll turn them off. I think my basic refineries are not doing anything right now. I wonder what's taking up all of my my power. We can also get all this resources out. All that gold and silver and such. What is eating my power? Because there is power being eaten by something. Power statistics. Got available 109 megawatts. What are we using for power? The lights? In the base? All these lights here, all using 80 watts each. I guess we can turn those all off. Those oxygen generators are both off, so they're not taking any power anymore. I can't think of what else would be eating my power. All these LCDs? That's a bit. The turrets only use a couple kilowatts, so that is fine. Why is there a gravity generator on? This is a planet. You don't need a gravity generator. Why is there even a gravity generator to begin with? That's 567 kilowatts per hour that it was eating. So that's where all my power was going. Always good to investigate these things. You find stuff like that. If I had just left that going, that's a lot of power that I'd be losing. And then the rest of this looks just fine. So now if I go and take a look at these batteries, they should probably be charging, right? Yeah, baby! It takes a long time, but it at least means that even with just as it is, with just this Bison's hydrogen engine, theoretically, this thing can fuel itself. Now it'll get a lot better once I put a actual hydrogen engine on this thing, but we'll get to that. I still need to plumb up these and actually build these hydrogen tanks to get them filled, and then get an engine probably on top of the tanks, right? Because if I slap down a hydrogen engine, it has that spot there on the bottom, which might look pretty good. I could put an engine essentially on each set of tanks, like right here. I theoretically could have 4 engines. 4 tanks, 4 engines. I could do a tank with that on the bottom there, because then it would be running off of that. And then I want... Oh, what do I want here? I think I want to move these tanks up a block. I think I like how far over to the left and right they are, but I think I want them to be one higher. Just for aesthetics, I'm thinking when it gets to the top and then I have this hydrogen engine, that's the top of the Rover there, which will then continue back. Which will then... Oh, do I have these a little bit lower? Because I want to put a catwalk over top of these so you can like walk on top of them. Yeah, I think I move these up a block, right? I think that's what I do. God, these things are so hard to navigate without a jetpack. No jetpack, so hard. Yeah, because up here, I need to have this come straight back because it needs to end up somewhat in line with that ramp back there. So having those tanks one higher would fit with that. Yeah, so let's do that. There's not much else to plan out and such right now. The base has been sucked dry. We just need to figure out where everything's going and get this hydrogen systems online, and then we're ready to go. We're ready to get the hell out of here. So one more block higher, then we'll have the tank like so. Then I can just cut this one off right where it is. Oh god, I can't do that from there. Gotta do it up close. And we can just plug it into that one. I like that. Let's take a look. Yeah, I think I can make that armor fit a bit better as well if it's that much higher. And I can probably give a nice little arc of an interior wall to give the Bison its own space. It's good. I like it. I like it a lot. Leap up here. Take that. These all fall and shatter into a million pieces, it seems. I did not mean for that to shatter into a million pieces. It just did on its own. Oh well. Thankfully, There wasn't much damage. Just a little bit of paint scraping, essentially. And looks like the rest of it's all good. Batteries didn't get damaged at all. The rest of that's all tasty. Okay. So if I'm taking that, I want to go up one more. And then I want to... I'm going to be in the way there, aren't I? I must get something placed on there from this distance. Boop. Perfect. And then on the edge there. And now I should be able to just run a tube out to this. Easy peasy at that same height, right? Yeah, that's like a real easy tube. Just there and turn in. Maybe make it a junction just in case for the future if I want to, No, I'll have it a tube. I've got all of the connections on the outside of the tank here if I need to run more connections in the future. Nice. I love it when a plan comes together. And then after those two tanks, we want the engines. So then we'll do the 4 engines. Because there, it'd connect in boop boop, right there, and there. Those would all connect to each other. And God damn it. Leaping off things. Thankfully, I have this freaking staircase here. If I didn't have this staircase, life would be so difficult. Leap! Okay. And then there and there. Excellent. And all we need to do is just run some piping, which we have a lot of conveyor tubing material to do. Pipe, 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 and then a corner. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. We just got to get a hydrogen tank built up, and then we can have those H2O2 generators that are on the base here that are really fast and really expensive, but at least they'll have somewhere to put the hydrogen instead of just idling there, constantly producing just a small amount of hydrogen, which will be wonderful. So we need that large hydrogen tank, and I doubt that I'll be able to carry all that stuff at once. Yeah, insufficient space, but thankfully it's right here. So we just dump the materials, leap up, and continue going back and forth here. I probably can even just suck it out of the grinder that is right here. Yep. Yeah. Full-on hydrogen tank. All built up. So that means I can go to those oxygen generators. And with the ice, I can split 7,000-ish each. And oxygen generator toggle on. And then look at the tank here, the large hydrogen tank. And, oh, look at all that hydrogen flowing into it at such a speed. We'll call that hydrogen tank Rover. Okay. Now we can really get some power systems online here as soon as we get one of these engines online. We just need a power cell, which should be easy peasy. And I'll probably catwalk the top of this. Yeah, that'll make life a lot easier. I'll put a catwalk. They are construction components to start. So we'll just grab a bit of those, and then we need not enough power cell in storage. Okay, I need a power cell itself. So we'll make one power cell, please. Thank you. Yep. And we get this engine plugged in and operational. Are you functioning for me. Hopefully. It's not filling for some reason. Maybe I need to power cycle the whole rover. But we are getting hydrogen, and if I pop into my spectator camera, I did this correctly. The connectors are connected to each other here, so it should be getting hydrogen, this engine. Sometimes you need to power cycle the whole rover, so let me just go on down to the control seat and just turn everything off. And then turn everything back on again, and you saw that tail started to fall, so I should make sure to pay attention to that. But we power cycled the rover. And, oh, there she is. Look at that thing. 5 megawatts. 5 megawatts. Yeah, baby. And that ice is just getting ripped through, which we might as well put the rest of the ice into those and turn the O2H2 generator that I have. Oh, it was off. Never mind. Because we'll get all of the ice out into these. And if we take a look at our batteries, we should be just rocking along. Look at that input power of 325 kilowatts per battery. Oh yeah, baby. This is excellent. I am happy about that amount of power. The ice is still being burnt up here. It's just got a little bit more. We should, if we get this other engine online real quick, which, oh god, almost jumped over the edge there. We should be able to. Let me just grab everything for it. Insufficient power cell and storage, because we're going to need to build another power cell. Thank you. And hopefully this one won't need a full restart of the rover. Nope, looks like it does. That has such a weird little bug for some reason. Why those won't go unless you just give the rover a power cycle. But now it's functioning. It's filled up. It's actually slightly losing hydrogen here, which is just perfect. The oxygen generators are almost out of ice. So then they should turn off here. They're getting 500 liters out each, and this engine is getting 476. Nice. Awesome. So 10 megawatts of power generation now. I am super excited about that. And our last little bit of ice that we had from that base. But then they have all of the built-up hydrogen gas in that tank to work through, which is none. Shit. I thought it had filled up a little bit, but I guess not. But these things fully recharged in now 2 hours. So this engine, they've got their internal, and they're kicking ass. Perfect, there. No more input hydrogen. So those O2 generators, oh wait, oxygen generators from here, they can get turned off for good. And we'll get whatever power we had turned into storage on the rover. And also, oh, these guys on the base are pulling power. No, you're discharging. All you base batteries, you are discharging. These batteries here are recharging. There you go. Can't let the base batteries store any amount of power. Rip it all out of them. There you go. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. We'll turn all those batteries off because they are not required anymore. And these guys on the Rover, set them to auto. They're actually recharged in 35 minutes. Fully recharged 6 batteries in 35 minutes. Of course, we're not going to last that long because the engines should be running out of fuel pretty quickly here. These guys are at 50%. The one on the Bison just ran out of fuel. So these guys will eat through their stuff here in the next under a minute or so. But we'll have a good amount of power. Oh, I'm so happy about that. Oh, I'm so happy with that. So this thing is now powered up. It's got all of the loot from the base. Realistically, I maybe just want to assemble a few more pieces. But I could just do that by getting an assembler on here pretty quickly. Like I can definitely sneak an assembler in, say, like right there. Little 2x1x1 section right there. Just throw an assembler in there. A refinery. I don't know. I could fit one in on the roof somewhere. Maybe fit one in above here. Have all of the all the little oh God, what are they called? The modules sticking out the roof? I don't know. I'll figure it out. But we are done with that base. This Rover is ready to go, minus, you know, actually building a few things up. Like, we get some extra blocks there, we get some things welded, we get a little bit more, you know, structure to the thing. This needs to come out this way, you know, that kind of stuff. But if we do that, we'll be rocking. But I think that's going to be it for this episode. By next episode, I will have this thing, like this base, completely ground to the nub so that we can actually leave. The next episode, we will be leaving this location and be off on our adventures. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching. Good hunting out there, fellow space engineers.